Good evening, everybody, and welcome to the 13th annual Other Israel Film Festival. Indeed. I'm Rabbi Joy Levitt. I'm the executive director here at the Marlene Meyerson JCC Manhattan. A word before a word. As rockets continue to fall on Israel tonight, our thoughts are with the families on the ground and a hope for a speedy, peaceful resolution to this conflict. We here at Other Israel feel that it is important not to forget about the people, the parents, the children, the real victims of these conflicts who are impacted. The films of Other Israel remind us that even in times of tension, it is important to remember the humanity that exists on both sides of the border. The Other Israel Film Festival gives us at the JCC an opportunity to loudly and proudly express our determination to listen and to learn, to hear from those who are rarely heard from, and to celebrate the arts as an extraordinary lens on the most critical issues of our day. For more than a decade, 13 years, by the way, who has been here pretty much every year? Carol, you don't count. That's a kind of amazing show of hands. And who is here for the first time at our festival? And that is amazing. Thank you so much for coming. For 13 years, we've created an atmosphere of respect and civil dialogue for one of the most contentious and fraught issues facing our many communities. For 13 years, we have been presenting films, great films, followed by enlightening conversations that allow us to take a deeper look at Israeli and Palestinian societies, but even more so, a deeper look at ourselves. The topics raised in these films could not be more relevant to our society today, and now, more than ever, we need to hear the other. The Marlene Meyerson JCC Manhattan prides itself on inclusion, and that is what the themes of this festival are really about. A huge congratulations goes out to the extraordinary team of Other Israel, to Morgan Magid, Ya'ara Kedem, Shiri Pa'amoni Eshel, and of course I don't even have words for Isaac Tsubaki. Every year I try to come up with new adjectives to describe the founder and funder of this festival. All of this could not be possible without the persistence and generosity of one person who had an idea, who found partners, who faced, let's just say, 15 years ago, a lot of opinions about this, and persevered, and made all of us stronger and better and more connected to the deep challenges that we face. We couldn't have done this without her. Her generosity, her tenacity, her intelligence, and her extraordinary taste when it comes to film shines through all of this work. My friend and my partner, Carol Zabar.
She said I was short. So I'm standing in front of you, and I am so happy to be with you for our 13th Other Israel Film Festival. So this is my big speech. We who created this film festival, which would be me, Mohamed Bukhari, and Isaac Tsubaki, did so out of love and the belief in the essential goodness in us all. Fear shuts our eyes and closes our minds. We become blind if we simply are frightened and feel powerless. We cannot listen or see the other. In such tumultuous times, the Other Israel Film Festival becomes a space for our community, not just our community, but everyone who comes to listen, see, and engage. Films become a powerful visual form of communication that remains in our hearts and minds long after we've left the theater. I'm sure that many of you who are sitting in the audience can remember bits and pieces of films that you saw here that stayed with you and changed how you think. We want spirited conversations that hopefully people of all persuasions can hear each other. The object is not to win the argument, but to both listen to another voice and modulate your tone and words so that the other can listen to what you're saying. This particular goes for me. We hope that this week will be a memorable one. And in the words of Isaac Tsubaki, spread the word.
Thank you, Carol. Carol for 13 years, and yes, she's trying to hide it, but this is her official bar mitzvah, and the bar mitzvah party will be upstairs later. Presents can be left at the door. She has inspired us and never wavers in her determination and passion for a better world. With everything she knows and sees, she never gives up, and I think that's an amazing thing. I also want to give a big thank you to Saul Zabar, who remains our spiritual leader through all of this, constantly telling us not to do it, stay away. And a big thank you to also one of our defining inspirations, Mohamed Bukhari. Mohamed, thank you so much for everything. The Other Israel Film Festival, I have to tell you, is like no other film festival in the world. From our lineup of films, if you do any kind of comparison, look for this collection of films anywhere, you will not see it. To the in-depth conversations, which we take more seriously, I think, than any of the top festivals in the world. The topics and the themes that we're not afraid to explore is something that we are very proud of. And this is not the kind of festival that happens at every JCC in America. It takes brave leadership to support a festival like this. And I want to thank our leadership here at the Marlene Meyerson JCC Manhattan, the board, Rabbi Joy Levitt, Dave Ashub, Hillel Hyman, if you're here, and everyone else who's been involved with supporting and making this festival possible here, despite everything. This week we have a fantastic lineup. If you have not checked out our lineup of films yet, and many wonderful, crucial conversations and special events. Don't miss tomorrow night's Shabbat shebang dinner that we're doing. It's going to be 5 different dinners throughout the building, and there's just a few tickets left. Please bring your friends and anyone who does not know about Other Israel especially. This year, we are also presenting at JCC Harlem, and a big thank you to Meg Sullivan at NYU and at the Alamo Drafthouse in Brooklyn, so your Brooklyn friends can come as well. We hope this festival inspires you and will take you to further towards action and engagement. And this is where we thank our partners. You saw up on the screen before our many partners, and a big shout out to Shiri for bringing them all together. Our partners do the work on the ground, and a great example that I like to give here at this stage every year is really one of our founding partners, the New Israel Fund, NIF, who their latest slogan is Defenders of Democracy. Did I get that right? I saw that somewhere in some poster, and I think that is a perfect connection to what we're trying to do here this year in this festival. And they put together this field guide every year that shows you which organizations are doing the work on the ground that they support that relate to the different films. So please support these organizations and learn more about everything that's going on beyond the films. Check out all of our partners online. and check them out also. A lot of them have helped us elevate our conversations by bringing in great speakers. The festival's goal is to share the voices of underserved minorities, and there seem to be many more of those voices more than ever. So be sure to check out also our panel on Saturday, which talks about what's left of the left in Israel, and another small minority group that's hopefully growing. Of course, we have many filmmakers with us. Many of them are here tonight, and I want to thank them for being here. I want to thank Dov Chanin, who is the subject of Comrade Dov. Thank you, Dov, for being here. Barak Heyman, who's returned and is the director of that film. Mira Awad is with us this week, involved with Muna and some other wonderful programs. Chani Furstenberg, Rami Katz with Cause of Death, and many more who will be joining us throughout the week. Once again, this year, it's a true honor for us to present an award in memory of a man who brought truth to light through film and journalism, our friend Bob Simon. So we'll be announcing that award at closing night. Thank you. It's an honor to have his memory here through this award every year, and that's something that we are excited to have grow through this festival. I also want to thank our new and improved film team here. They are the ones who should be up here getting all of the credit for all the hard work. First of all, Yara Kedem, the Associate Director. Yara, where are you? Please applaud Yara. Our Morgan Magid, our Program Associate, does amazing work here throughout the year. Shiri Patmoni Eshel, who is our partner and guest coordinator. And I'm welcoming to our team Karima Parton, who is the Associate Director of our new Social Justice Film Festival, which will be launching here on MLK weekend. So mark your calendars. A big thank you to our marketing team, our PR team here at the JCC, Eric, Jessica, and Allison, and to our publicist, Ishil Baghdadi, who's done amazing work. I hope you've seen all the amazing reviews that are coming out. Get a Google alert and find out more and follow our work online. Of course, all of our volunteers and interns who will be working with us all week and without whom this festival would not run. And now on to tonight's film. And tonight's film has been part of, I have to note, the latest controversy relating to censorship from the Israeli Ministry of Cultural Affairs. After the minister attempted to remove the prize it won at the Dak Aviv Film Festival, it was also pulled from a festival in the South. And just this past week, I don't know how many of you followed this in the news, but the minister, upon the minister's request, the film was back in the headlines for being removed from a screening in the North, leading to protests from both sides as they attempted to show and to not show this film. You may agree or disagree with the messages in this film. The important part is that we need to listen. No matter what, whether you agree or not, we listen. I think Carol said that beautifully in her speech. These are polarizing times, and it is more important than ever to hear one another. Censorship and boycott does not lead to a healthy democracy. Freedom to criticize and hearing the other perspectives are an integral part of what democracy is all about. The Other Israel Film Festival stands up for freedom of speech, and we are proud to share films that evoke thoughtful conversations and might be difficult for some, but we think that it's important to hear these voices. The Advocate is directed by Philippe Beliace and Rachel Leah Jones. It premiered at the Sundance Film Festival and will have a theatrical release later this winter. We are extremely honored to have here the subject of The Advocate, Leah Tzemel. Leah, where are you? Thank you, Leah, for everything you do and for being here tonight. We are truly honored. She will be here for a Q&A right after the screening. Please join us after that for a reception upstairs catered by Sage Kitchen, and thanks to Skyview Wines. Also throughout this week, I'll note that if you want to get some authentic Arab, Middle Eastern food, Ghazala's is giving 10% off with our tickets. So check out Ghazala's on 81st Street in Amsterdam. Please silence your cell phones. Keep your phones in your pockets throughout the screening, and we look forward to seeing you right after the screening. Thank you very much.